I go to walk out and I hear gunshots. I thought they were blanks because I'm like, I go to Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School in Parkland, Florida. No one's shooting this place up. This isn't happening.
What the officials have described as a mass casualty incident.
17 people are now confirmed dead. We know at least 3 people still in critical condition after police say that a shooter, believed to be just 19 years old, opened fire at his former high school.
I'm sitting in my class. There's 19 and a half minutes left in the day when the fire drill happened. I kind of know this a little bit. And we go outside, and something seemed a little off because you don't usually have 2 fire drills. And I don't know if you do my school before this, but it's the best public school in all of South Florida. My parents picked that over private schools to send me to. And we never thought it was going to be us. The first thoughts, I was like, those are gunshots, but I just didn't think that they were real. And I was next to one of my really close friends' little sisters. And she's just like one of the best girls in the world. You know what I mean? Just like very innocent, small. And I saw a bunch of people start to freak out. And I was like, I realized she's just staring at me. So I'm like, all right, let's just go back to the classroom. Like some kids were sprinting away. Some kids were in shock. Some kids weren't doing anything. And we went back to the classroom. And I found out everything was happening by Googling my school. I Googled Stoneman Douglas and it said aerial live stream shooting, live shooter. And we're going through the motions, we're like finding things out. I didn't know the extent of it. Like I was texting one of my friends, Joaquin Oliver. His dad actually took this off his wrist and gave it to me. I haven't taken it off in 7 months or how long it's been. But I was texting him up until the morning after, and he got killed at like 2:35. I had no clue. I literally texted him morning after, sending texts, and I texted my group chat. I'm like, yo, does anyone know where Joaquin is? And I get a call from one of my friends. They're like, he's not around anymore. So that was kind of a reality check. I actually got reached out to by Cameron Caskey, Emma Gonzalez, David Hogg, Delaney Tarr to be a part of the March for Our Lives movement at the start of it. I got a text, I was just too busy, I didn't respond to it. That was before it was anything. And it just took off, and I ended up speaking at the March for Our Lives in Austin.
My community has always been a beacon of happiness, prominence, and success. And what took place on Valentine's Day not only stripped the students of Douglas of their innocence, but it brutally ripped 17 lives from their homes.
Writing that, I literally just like stopped, locked myself in a room, looked in a mirror, and just had a conversation with myself. And I was like, what would I say to myself that could give me the chills?
My personal experience is definitely really different. Last October, on October 26th, my best friend since I was super little committed suicide with a firearm. And I've always cared about issues my entire life. You know, I've always been that sort of an empathetic person. I've always thought that civic engagement was important. Parkland and the energy that came right after, gave me a sense of understanding and direction with how to cope with the loss of my friend.
I just consider it it's in a box. Everything that happened pertaining to the shooting, that stems from it, that has implications because of it, just put it in a little shoebox and mental shoebox in the back of my mind. I open it times like this when I want to walk through it, but I don't plan on making that a part of my future or anything pertaining to it related with my future ever again. Just because I feel like that's the healthiest way to go on. Always have to acknowledge it, absorb it, and realize that this happened to you, and that's why I agreed to do this. And after this, I'm probably gonna close the shoebox for a couple months.